knocker, never the knock. Navigating natural neck, respect. Rattle your right, rational, respond, ready, rock, react with raw thoughts, similar aftershock. You sail the same seas and sample the same songs. You satire the soul and stroll with neck songs. I'm chopping the cheese puffs, you chumps is chinchilla. I chin check your chops and chat the mic illa. The incline, the index, insight, and invite, involve and intersect. Italy to India, international minister, marching with maneuvers, miracle of metaphors, melody to move to. Time go tick tock, I tap on textiles. My text is too tough to train like turnstiles. I'm wild like Tone Loc with lyrics that like love. The laugh and lyricism need a labor of love. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I said, come on, y'all. Get live, get down. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I said, come on, y'all. Get live, get down. Cool when I coordinate the crazy composition. Never copycat, eating comp like cornbread. Conceive the concept and let it construct. Then continue with the content to build erupt. The even is zigzag, the example is this. Each examine every year and express yourself. Ghetto youth is your year, yesterday still young. Don't yield to no yuppie yapping and yelling to you. As the sky be blue and as the night be black. Even blemishes is bit, how bleak and bold. Blast off, be bliss and let it all unfold. Cause uncertain, unbalanced gets undersold. It's your world. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I said, come on, y'all. Get live, get down. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I said, come on, y'all. Get live, get down. Come on, y'all. Get live, get down. Here we go. Come on, y'all, get live, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I said, come on, y'all, get live, get down. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I said, come on, y'all, get live, get down. Navigating natural neck, respect, rattle your right, rational, respond, ready, rock, react with raw thoughts, similar aftershock. You sail the same seas and sample the same songs. You satire the soul and stroll with neck songs. I'm chopping the cheese puffs, you chumps is chinchilla. I chin check your chops and chat the mic illa. The incline, the index, insight, and invite, involve and intersect. Italy to India, international minister, marching with maneuvers, miracle of metaphors, melody to move to. Time go tick tock, I tap on textiles. My text is too tough to train like turnstiles. I'm wild like Tone Loc with lyrics that like love. The laugh and lyricism need a labor of love. Here we go. listen, never copycat, eating comp like cornbread. Conceive the concept and let it construct. Then continue with the content to build erupt. The even is zigzag, the example is this. Each examine every year and express yourself. Ghetto youth is your year, yesterday still young. Don't yield to no yuppie yapping and yelling to you. As the sky be blue and as the night be black, even blemishes is bit. How bleak and bold. Blast off, be blessed and let it all unfold. Cause uncertain, unbalanced gets undersold. It's your world.
Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is April 19th, 2023. And Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market had a strong move down, down. For the past couple days, I've been telling you that I'm expecting a big move up this week for many reasons, and I still am, okay? So I'm going to talk about how this move down sort of works within the overall thesis of what I'm still seeing playing out for the rest of the week. If that sounds interesting to you, then watch until the very end. Let's get started with Bitcoin, okay? Let's get started with Bitcoin. Actually, let's see. Yeah, let's get started with Bitcoin. All right, on the small time frames, because, we're watching this right here, this needs to hold. This right here, okay? This is basically returning to the scene of the crime for Bitcoin, all right? Like, we've been here before, just, the other day, and now we're returning, okay? And this is essentially just a retest of this support level. So technically speaking, there's nothing crazy about this move, okay? When people say it's dumping, you really want to qualify that. Is it dumping as in retesting somewhere it literally was just a few hours ago, okay? We went from here, down, up, and then right back down, okay? Very concerning thing would be to break this level, retest it as resistance, and then that's, where you can be concerned, like there's a bearish move afoot. But this is a simple retest of a certain level, okay? And in the context of that retest, obviously, altcoins are going to move a little more because they're more volatile, okay? So we have like a BNB, for instance. As you can see, let's go on the small time frames. I'm trading a lot of these, so I'm watching all of them like a hawk. BNB went down precipitously, right? Yesterday I was trading this on stream rather, and I got in a long here, got stopped out, with this big move overnight, okay? And why do we get that? It's because, Bitcoin went down. BNB also has to go down. However, if you look at it, for instance, just using BNB as an example, this is also kind of a corrective move, a corrective move retesting a certain level as support that was previously resistance, okay? So if you just look at this as being some sort of inverse head and shoulders, I didn't draw that right, okay? This is a breakout and retest of that level, all right? That's how I'm seeing this, okay? And actually, you can make the case that the entire cryptocurrency market is in one large retest, okay? And this is what I showed on the thumbnail, okay? You broke out of this 300 plus day resistance right here, designated by this pink rectangle. You broke out of it after three weeks of consolidating at resistance. You broke out, and now you're retesting it, okay? So this is a very bullish retest when you're looking at it just, in the sense of, support and resistance flip. And so you are expecting this to hold and not to break down, right? Given that you did have 3 weeks consolidation at this level, pop, retest, you do expect a continuation in that way. So in that way, it is a bullish retest, and in that way, we can expect a big move from here. The question is, will we get this move in time for us to have a strong week, right? Because we understand that you're not going to get, any big, significant, sort of meaningful moves on the weekend, right? Because the DXY is our main market mover, okay? And so next we're going to look at the DXY. 1 second, let me just, on a small time frame. Apologies, guys. I'm in a ton of trades, as you know, as usual. So I'm just looking at these consolidation reversal patterns right here, right? This is one, right? Where you have an accumulation range. After a dump, you accumulate the supply at a lower price, and then you mark up after that accumulation. So I'm just watching these because I'm in a lot of trades banking on the fact that these are indeed accumulation ranges waiting for a markup. So I'm trying to essentially buy the bottom on a lot of these moves. Okay, so I was saying DXY. This is our main market mover. This is what we are expecting to dump, and actually this is what we've been waiting for to dump. So DXY hit the range highs the other day, and it started going down from the range highs, which we expected. Now, what we didn't expect is our retest of the range highs correctively, okay? Whatever, it happens. But this is clearly a corrective retest of the range highs. What do I mean by that? In Elliott wave theory, every 3-wave move is a retest. Every 3-wave move is corrective. So this is impulsive. This is corrective. It's like this. That's the A wave right here. 1, 2, 3. This is the B wave. 1, 2, 3. And this is the impulse. So all in all, you have a 3-wave move. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Okay, that's clearly a flat correction, not a zigzag. Okay, it's a flat correction to this. So if you call this A, you would call this B, and now you call this pivot C. Okay, so that's a flat correction. That's retesting that. Now, from here, we get 5 waves down, or purportedly 5 waves down, and then 3 waves up, right? Stopping right around the 0.5618 of these 5 waves down. So what I'm expecting from the DXY on the small time frames is a distribution at this level, right? And our momentum indicators are telling us that that's likely. So expect that we do get some sort of resistance here and then finally continue down. But the main break, the big move that we're looking for, that we're waiting for, is a break of this level, okay? I don't know what this is, if it, you would call this a head and shoulders or whatever. M-top, it doesn't matter. What's important is that this is the support that we need to break, before we get fireworks in crypto, in risk-on assets. Okay, this is what's been holding the DXY up, propping it up. Okay, so that's the DXY on the small time frames. Again, once we get down to this level, we can break it, retest it, or we could just find a little bit of support, then break it. But essentially, your target is the bottom of the range, as usual. You know, it's a simple range trade. Okay, so back to crypto. So we're looking at these ranges, and you know, you can look at individual cryptocurrencies, you can look at individual charts, and they're all going to look a little different, right? As you can see, you do see some semblance of an accumulation, Wyckoff accumulation, if you want to call it, or consolidation reversal pattern at these lows. But you can also look at the total too, which I like to do from time to time. And the total too is what? It's simply your entire cryptocurrency market minus Bitcoin. So it's giving you all the alts. So how are the alts moving? Oh, this is total one. Sorry. Let's look at total two. Here we go. So how are these alts moving? Let's go on the small time frames. Let's go on the hourly. And as you can see, again, this is a breakout and a retest, right? People will overreact. They'll make the thumbnail to attract you, clickbait, red all around, mouth open. But remember, trading's serious. I mean, I know people are in the business of YouTube and then also in the business of trading, but when you're looking at it from the trading perspective, you do not want to overreact and consider every dump a categorical dump, right? There are certain dumps that are bearish and others that are bullish retests. You want to get a little more nuanced, because when you're talking about a bullish retest, those kinds of dumps, you're looking to buy, or you should be looking to buy. You should be looking for entries. Those are ideal entries. You want to buy low. You want to sell high. The only reason I'm able to trade with the leverage that I use, and I'm not even going to disclose, but I use high leverage, and I'm able to trade so many positions, is because of my risk management. And a very, very crucial aspect of my risk management is to buy on these retracements. That's why I'm looking at all these different charts. Obviously, I've made my entries, but some of my positions were stopped out into profit, so I had to re-enter. This is why I'm actively trading. It's not I'm taking new entries at this point. Okay, anyway, this was a breakout and a retest quite clearly, right? You get 5 waves up and 3 waves down. If you take your Fibonacci retracement tool, you can see from the bottom of this move all the way to the top. Whoops. Try that again. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. From the bottom of this move all the way to the top, which is about here, you can see you've come back down to the 0618 Fibonacci retracement level, okay? So if we're just looking at alts in the aggregate on the total too, it looks bullish. Why is it bullish despite this big, quick move to the downside? It's because we went up, had our distribution, came down to crucial support, okay? Not only is this mathematical support, but also you can see it's very clearly on this line. What is this line? Zoom out. You can see this line is a support level, and the support level is a previous resistance broken, flipped into support, okay? So when you see RS flips, right, that's bullish. Even though the price goes down, it can be bullish. This is one such example, okay? What else do we want to look at? So we looked at the Bitcoin. Oh, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Okay, obviously, Bitcoin dominance is still doing what we thought it should do. Here's what we put in a few days back, right? This schematic, because we're thinking Bitcoin dominance is going to range a bit and then finally fall after creating a head and shoulders bearish reversal pattern, giving you a nice rounded bottom, designating the extreme top resistance of this 2-year range. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance is doing what we thought it should do. It should be going up gradually. It should be going up gradually as Bitcoin goes down, okay? And then as alts start to recover from that, Bitcoin dominance will go down because alts are more volatile, so they're going to beat Bitcoin out in terms of gains. All right, so that's what we're seeing in Bitcoin dominance. All right, we're going to keep today short. We're going to quickly go over some altcoin assets. If you have any assets that you want me to look at, just put it in the chat. Cliff BTC, what's going on, brother? So let's have a look at some of our altcoins in our watch list. And by the way, I did get rid of one position. I took profit on it. It got stopped out into profit. One of the reasons, it just showed extreme weakness, and given what's going on in the news, I could tell why it was showing extreme weakness. That altcoin was Algorand. It's just being tied. I'm not saying it's a bad project. It's just, recently in the news, it's been tied to, Gary Gensler's testimony on what constitutes a security and what constitutes a security. And he named Algorand in that lawsuit of Bittrex or something like that. So it retraced all the way to the 1618, which is an extreme retrace. So I just don't like that. There's no reason. There's way too many projects for me to hold on to something that people are selling off on. So I took my profit and went on my way. All right. So that was the update. Let's look at these assets one by one, as we tend to do. And let's start with revisiting Bitcoin. Okay, so revisiting Bitcoin. Let's close this really quickly. We can see this is a very likely scenario of an A wave. That's a flat correction. So 1, 2, 3, right? And a B wave, that's a flat correction. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then some sort of consolidation reversal pattern and an explosion. A lot of people are going to miss the explosion. Why am I so adamant about buying these bullish retests, right? When you break resistance, flip it into support, buying those is because the move that comes after is the move, okay? People think up and down is down. Not all moves up are created equal. Not all moves down are created equal. This move up was cool, but it was corrective at the end of the day. It proved to be corrective, right? It proved to be an A wave, okay? It went up and it met previous resistance and it came back down, okay? Could we have predicted it? Maybe. If you're looking at the small time frame price action at this level right there, maybe you could kind of see that you were exhibiting weakness and you were going to retest support. But at the end of the day, it's not that important because it's a simple retest of support, okay? Given that, A wave, B wave, consolidation, that's the C wave or the real impulse. That is what is important. That is what people are going to miss. These kinds of moves do two things. One, they deleverage the market, okay? Meaning everybody that was really happy to go long there because the price was going up and took those trades way too late, gets stopped out, gets liquidated, okay? The second thing that this does is, again, it gives you that three-wave move. And we all know every three-wave move ends eventually in your impulse. And we want to ride impulses. We want to ride those motive waves. You don't get those motive waves out of nothing. They come as a result of corrective consolidation. So this first wave, second wave, there's our motive wave that we're waiting for. A lot of people are going to be taken, just like this move liquidated a lot of longs that were late. A lot of people that think they're smarter than the average bear going short here are going to be liquidated when this comes, and actually a lot more, because this isn't going to stop just here. It's going a lot higher. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Let's see. Cardano. Okay, you can clearly see that. Actually, let's zoom out so we can get a little context. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, what's this look like? This looks like some sort of 5-wave up, 3-wave move pattern. Okay, is it 5 waves, 3 waves? Let's check. Let's do a fib retrace. No, it can't be. It can't be that, given that you violated the 618. So this can't be a true 5 waves. We're going to have to zoom out even more and see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. You're likely starting from here. Okay, so yes, I do still think this is a 5 waves up, 3 waves move, 3 waves down move, but I think you start from here and you get 1, 2, 3 waves down. Do you see? And at the end of the day, you're simply retesting this resistance. Boom, boom. You flip old resistance into new support. That's when you really should get excited. Okay, it's if you were in this trade before, if anything, right? Either you do nothing because you're probably either, fine. You're not, you didn't get caught in this because it's not a break of the trend, right? We never broke trend. This is very important. Most of these assets held on to their uptrend, right? Were you to break trend, then you're talking about, okay, that's crazy. Even if you were in early, you definitely got stopped out. A lot of my positions, most of my positions did not get stopped out. The ones that did got stopped out into profit, okay? Because I just flew too close to the sun, but whatever. But in this case, this is a simple breakout and retest, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. If anything, you do nothing, or you buy more right there. You double down on that bet, okay? Right. Arweave. This is a tough one. I want to take it from here. I want to look and say that this, let's get rid of our momentum indicators. We don't need them right now. I want to say this is the start of the action, okay? Right there, okay? And then this, everything here is a 3-wave move, okay? That's what I'm looking at this as, okay? And this is just like, just looking at charts so long for so many years. That's just what my eye likes in terms of making sense of this, okay? My eye says that this is a 5-wave move, and all of this is an ugly, nasty 3-wave move that's counter to this 5-wave move. So essentially, you're looking at a 5-3-5 zigzag, okay? That's what makes sense to me. I'm not saying that's 100% right, but that's how I would trade it. That's how I would approach it, okay? Basic attention token. Okay, I'm looking at this as being another zigzag, okay? And I think that this zigzag, or is it a zigzag or is it a flat? Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at it as another zigzag, okay? Kind of like what we just saw. And I'm seeing that this B wave is crucial. I mean, it's crazy. A, B, C, and it's valid. Okay, this comes up quite a bit, but it's valid because if you take the phi ratio, the 1,618 of this A wave of this entire B wave, okay, this move falls within the phi ratio. So this can be one contiguous A, B, C structure, okay? And at the end of the day, you are getting, I believe, if you pull your Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of this purported 5 waves up, yeah, you get a 0,618 retrace right there, okay? So again, these are hard to read, but after a while, your eye just keys into, oh, that looks like that's what's going on there, okay? And also, this is another retest of resistance. This was resistance for quite some time, okay? And now you do this nasty zigzag, A and B wave of this zigzag, just to retest this previous resistance as new support. Understand, once again, that the fact that you're retesting all of this resistance, which is what? About a month, almost a month of resistance as support. Okay, you retested it once, twice, thrice, right? This is very bullish. This is not where you want to get scared. This is not where you want to be like, I don't know about this. It went down a lot. No. It revisited support. Okay, not financial advice or financial advice. I don't care. This is exactly where you want to get involved if you haven't been involved. So yeah. Hello, Akanksha. What's going on? Akanksha says volatile week ahead. Yes, definitely volatile, and this is the start of the volatility. And I typically say, it's not just me. I think, if you've been in the markets long enough, you realize most volatility is preceded by volatility in the opposite direction. Okay, so if you're looking for a volatile move to the upside, you're likely to get first a volatile move to the downside beforehand. Same thing goes for a volatile move to the downside. You're likely to get a volatile move to the upside first before getting a volatile move to the downside. Why is this? It's because corrective waves happen in threes. You don't just get your impulse all of a sudden to the downside or to the upside. No. It has to be set up. It has to be precluded by a test, a retest, and then a breakout. Okay? So that's basically what Ralph Nelson Elliott found in saying three-wave moves are corrective because the market works in threes. And psychologically, I don't know why that is. Maybe because people try something and then they fall back and they question themselves and then they go through with it eventually. Okay, Blur token. This is, really, really cool token. Again, this is just retesting support, okay? You saw this massive rising wedge, massive cup and handle, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you did, you just came back to retest previous resistance as support, okay? That's extremely bullish. This is essentially the key or the precipitating move preceding the breakout of this pattern. Okay, so when you're thinking breakouts, understand what you're breaking out of. Blur, for instance, would be breaking out of this pattern, not this massive, I think it's again a 30-day move, right? Oh, this is a 40-day move, okay? This 40-day move breakout, okay? So this is exciting. And again, we're Wednesday. It's Wednesday. The trading day is not over. Maybe, actually the DXY only pauses for about an hour and a half, right? In the evening. So we have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to execute this move up. Will we do it? I still believe we can. Okay, Binance Coin. We looked at it earlier. This is one of my trades. I've got my alarm set for putting this trade into, for putting stops into profit once it gets up there. But yeah, this is massive. And what is this? This is essentially a retest of this inverse head and shoulders. Okay, you have a massive head and shoulders that you break out from and you retest in three waves. Now you're consolidating at support for the eventual breakout. Okay, I'm looking for this to break out. And again, it's not just breaking out of this inverse head and shoulders, but you're breaking out of, you have to zoom out a little bit to see what you're really breaking out of. You're breaking out of all of this. Look at this. You're breaking out of all of this, okay? All of this. This entire bear market accumulation. That's what you're breaking out of, okay? The smaller head and shoulders that we were looking at, where was this? Right here. That's just what I typically call the precipitating move. That's like the, actually the neckline would be down here. The precipitating move, that's like the catalyst, and then that catalyzes a larger bullish pattern, and then that in turn catalyzes another one. So this is really good. although it was a flash crash. But, you know, risk management would indicate that, or would you know, have you be stopped into profit if you've been paying attention. Because look, Bonk, for instance, this is a low cap shitcoin, if you will. Look at this. Are you telling me that you're out of the trade because of this? Look at what you've done, right? If anything, you should be up considerably. This is nothing but a retest of a support level, nothing more, right? A retest of a support level. So, dent. Okay, this is a retest of this massive move right here, okay? And I think you can redraw this some like this, right? A breakout and a retest, right? This is what that is. Had this continued to the downside, then, you know, this is concerning. That would be concerning because that would be a reversal, but it's not. All the work that was done in accumulating, in consolidating, in providing higher lows was maintained. That drop did nothing to ruin the previous month of price action. Dodo. Okay, in this case, you're looking at a flat correction. Okay, and this is kind of like where you get, you know, a 3-wave move and a 3-wave move, and then you get a 3-wave move, and then you get a 3-wave move, right? It's a series of flat corrections. So instead of looking at it as a simple retest of support, I would look at it as just a series of flat corrections. And those flat corrections always occur in pairs. And once you have a sufficient number of corrections, you can move on to the impulsive mode of price action. Okay, so that's how I would look at Dodo in this case. Why do I have two? Okay, that makes sense, but this doesn't make sense. Okay, Dogecoin. This is actually one of my largest holdings, and one of the reasons is when it moves, it moves. When it moves, it moves. Also, it's got a lot of, you know, popular. It's a low cap altcoin. Well, it's a mid cap altcoin. It's not a low cap altcoin. It's a mid cap altcoin. It hasn't done much historically, so I expect it to do a lot during this bull run, and it's very popular. So when it does move, it's going to move. That's my thesis on trading Dogecoin. It's not the easiest thing to trade, though. It's quite volatile. But despite its volatility, we can see some patterns, okay? These are, again, series of flat corrections, series of zigzags, okay? Here, most recently, I would say that you have some sort of 5 waves up, 3 waves down, okay? And you can see where I pulled the fibs, you get an almost to the penny 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, okay? You went up in an ugly way, but still in 5 waves, and then you still came down in 1, 2, 3 waves, okay? When I started trading Elliott wave or reading and studying Elliott waves, this to me was nothing. Okay, because the textbook showed me 5 waves looking like this, right? A few years on, tens of thousands of hours into, you know, trading and reading, I'm more comfortable saying that, yes, this is 5 waves. Every asset looks a little different on the charts. Some look really ugly. Doge always has an ugly, ugly chart. So does SHIB. But despite that, I think there's if you look at it closely, you can still make out 5 waves going up and 3 waves coming down, and you can use your Fibonacci retracement level to confirm the 0.618 retrace of that, okay? So that's also giving you a retrace of this broken resistance flipped into support. And right after that retest of this level, you shut up. Okay, this shows the verve, this shows the strength of this asset. It's going to be one of the first movers. You get 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and you're going to continue. So that's kind of telling you what's likely coming for the rest of the market, if you didn't know. Okay, so that's Dogecoin. Polka dot. Okay, I'm seeing this as a simple flat correction. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. I will take this as my A wave, and then I would take this as my B wave. Okay, and it's ugly. You know, it's not the easiest thing to trade because your stops are so wide, given that, you know, the minimum retracement for flat crashing is the 786 and the maximum is the 1618. But this is what I'm seeing, and I still traded it. DYDX. This looks like a 5-wave move, 5 waves up, 3 waves down move to me, and I'm seeing that from here. So I'm seeing a series of 5 waves up, 3 waves down. I would say this is the start. This is one of them. This is another. Okay, so I would take my fib retracement tool from here and draw it up here, and as you can see, it's almost to the penny. I did do this before, okay, but this is consistent, and this is what you see, and this is the power of, you know, sound technical analysis. Like these fib levels, you know, these theories, they help gain order or make sense of all of this stuff. Okay, when you're looking at levels, I've already been in this trade for quite some time. Stops into profit down here somewhere, but this is clearly to me 5-3, 5-3, and then you're probably going to get another or more 5-3, 5-3. You know. So it's just a succession of 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. You may be in pure impulse already with DYDX. Ethereum. I was talking about this, okay? I was talking about this. Why? Because one thing we know for sure, we don't know many things in technical analysis for sure, okay? A lot of things are just probabilistic. But one thing we know for sure, if you're breaking significant resistance, you're going to retest it as support. If you're breaking significant support, you're going to retest it as resistance. Question is, what's an adequate retest and what's significant? Okay, so even though we know that for a fact, you still have to employ, you know, your discretion for the interpretation of that axiom. But that's what we're getting here, right? It's very clear that we were going to come down to it because you don't break all of this resistance and just keep going, you know? You had to come back to the scene of the crime for this to be true and not a fake out or a swing failure pattern. So that happened, and actually that's quite bullish, okay? And in anticipation of that, actually, I think my largest holding is one of my largest trades is an Ethereum trade. Okay, it's a big 5-figure trade, not yet 6 figures, but close. And I set my stops below this because I was like, we're gonna come down here. I don't know when, but eventually we're coming back down to this line. We have to, if this is to continue, and that's exactly what we did. But is this bullish? Is this bearish? It's bullish because it's a bullish retest. You break resistance, you retest it as support, and you're retesting it as a very nice zigzag. So 5 waves up, 3 waves down, retesting in the golden pocket. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with Ethereum. And this is something that, like I said, we were anticipating. Okay, Hedera hash graph. This one is a tough one. it's been showing weakness, and I've been saying that. It's been showing weakness. It's a tough trade. Instead of retracing to the 786, actually, let me take that back. This is a really tough trade, and I'm going to tell you why. This is a series of corrective patterns, and it starts from here. Or we could take it from here. We can read it from here. This is a 3-wave move. This is a 3-wave move, okay? So all of that is a flat correction pair, okay? This is a 5-wave move. This is a 3-wave move. That's a zigzag, okay? Now this is a 3-wave move, and this is a 3-wave move. That's the third flat correction pair, okay? The tough thing about this, to trade this, is that this right here is your, I think, okay, just judging by this, okay, hold up, let me check something, I'm not exactly sure how to read this and where to take the orthodox highs, if it should be here. Yeah, I think that was right. Okay, given this, I'm going to read this a little differently. I would say that this is one contiguous move, and this is one contiguous move. That's how I'm reading it. Okay, why? Because if I'm to take what I said before and using these two as, like, you know, just the pair that I'm looking at, the retracement of this B wave right here, of this A wave, is maximal. It goes all the way to the 1618, and that's unlikely. You don't typically get that. You don't see that. The reason you get a full-on retracement is because it's impulsive. So basically you're looking at all of this as being an A, B, C, and then this C wave extends to that 1618. So just my experience tells me that this is contiguous, that's contiguous. This is a contiguous flat correction pair, okay? That's a tough fucking trade. If you've been in Hedera Hashgraph, if you've been trying to trade Hedera Hashgraph for the past month, which I have, it's been a tough going of it. A tough go of it, right? This is just so much volatility, so much variant, hard to read, okay? But at the end of the day, I'm seeing this as a massive, nasty flat correction. Freaking nasty, all right? Super nasty. Oh, sorry. That doesn't make sense either. You know why? Because if that were true, and look, I'm working through this with you. I understand Hedera Hashgraph isn't the most popular asset. That's not important. What's important is the reads and my process here. If that is what you're here for, which, if you're still watching, is likely the fact, then I think this will be useful. Okay, I'm invalidating the idea that I just said from my pulling this Fibonacci retracement tool from this. If this is an A wave, all contiguous, this B wave is invalid as a flat correction. It can't be a flat correction because the minimal retracement of a flat correction is a 786, and we're not there, okay? And this is not a 5-wave move, and so I'm not counting this as a zigzag, so I'm going back to the drawing board on this. I'm going to entertain what I said initially. There's 3 waves up, 3 waves down. 5 waves up, 3 waves down. I'm going to entertain the fact that some way, somehow, this is a 3-wave move, 3-wave move, okay? And that read is likely the case. Now, my question about where to pull, I think maybe I am pulling these 3 waves incorrectly. So now the question is, what's the orthodox low? Whoops, let's try that again. What's the orthodox low for this flat correction. And what's the orthodox high? I want to say the orthodox high is here, because if you're looking at this being the impulsive portion of this flat correction, then it shouldn't go like this unless it's a zigzag. And we can get zigzags in, so this is really freaking tough. We can get zigzags, we know, in the C wave spot. Okay, so that would make this the move, and then this still a nasty retracement. A, B, C, close to the 1618, but more believable as a retracement. Okay, that was a tough read. I did that all in front of you guys. If you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. It's not about being right so much. It's about the process. Because there is a right and wrong. You'll figure it out. You'll find out what is right and wrong at the end of the day when you see it all play out. But what's important, and what I've learned, is the process is what you really should focus on, because there's a way to eliminate unlikely options. That's what's most useful. That's what really gets your read probability, like the hit rate of your reads, which I call it high, where you're able to read something and then verify it and say, that doesn't work. That's unlikely because X, Y, and Z. And then you do that successively, and you find yourself really making high probability reads in the market consistently. And high probability reads in the market lead to less error in trading. Less error in trading lead to a higher win rate, higher hit rate when you're trading, higher, just higher outcomes, right? More money. So yeah, I think this is what I would focus on if you're getting started. Not necessarily what's right and what's wrong, because a lot of times it's very challenging to know what's right and what's wrong until it happens. You have to kind of wait and see. But you can kind of, by process of elimination, weed out what is not likely and what's more likely than not. Okay, anyway. This chain link I'm seeing as a retest of this broken resistance, simply. And 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Okay? That's a simple read. Lit entry. Okay, this is a small cap altcoin. And this is a zigzag. I don't know if you can see that. 5 waves up, 3 waves. All this is an amalgam or a complex correction of 3 waves. Pivot, 5 waves. 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's not a read I'm making, when I'm getting started reading Elliott waves. Not at all. My eye doesn't see it. It's too jumbled. But enough reading practice, and that is clear. Pulling your fibs to confirm, and lo and behold, it's a running flat. Do you see that? 5 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, as we said, 5 waves. So basically, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, but it's slanted, which is fine. It just means it's really very bullish, and you've respected the 0.5 to 0.618 golden pocket. Let me check that trade. These are tough trades. They're possible, but they're tough. Let's see. Yeah, these are tough trades. These are tough trades. Okay, Litecoin. What do we see here? This is a flat correction, a 786 retrace. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm pulling my fibs from here up until here. And, yep, that's right where I hit. Right at the 786. Just checking on the assets. Let's check on DXY. Okay, it looks like it is rejecting from where we thought it should reject. Okay, and we're putting in some bearish, well, it's not bearish divergence, but some bearish momentum on the indicator. Hourly time frame, we're oversold, but we're not cross bullish, which is good. 5-minute time frame, meh. I don't know what to make of that. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, Litecoin, yeah, flat correction. Okay, Harmony 1. This is a, I would say this is a zigzag. Just barely, but I think this is a zigzag. I think this is 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Okay. And also, you can consider this a retest of support right here. Right, this is your massive, whatever, cup and handle, W pattern. This is retest of that support. Okay, RSR. You're once again retesting broken resistance as new support in this W pattern. Okay, and at the end of the day, I'm looking at this as a 5 waves up, 3 waves down move. Okay, so this to me is a zigzag, just like what we've seen throughout, like with these composed zigzags. Okay, sand, you're getting a strong bounce here. And this to me is, this is what? This is a flat correction. I'm taking it from here. Okay, 3 waves up, 3 waves down. Okay, SHIB. This one's a tough one to trade, always challenging, but very nice when it starts running. Okay, this is clearly a flat correction. This is textbook, right? 3 waves up, 3 waves down, right down to the minimum 786 Fibonacci retracement level. Synthetics, I think this is clear. This is a 5 waves up, 3 waves down situation. I would start it from here. And okay, what's important here is that your retracement hits the minimum Fibonacci retracement level of a zigzag, which is the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. That shows me that it's bullish and valid. Okay, bullish because you're retracing only to the minimum, valid because you had that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. So that's a valid zigzag to me. And once again, not surprising that this is the previous resistance broken, flipped into support. Telcoin. This is one massive zigzag. As I see it, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, between the 0.5 and the 618 of the preceding 5 waves. Theta. Also quite volatile. Okay, I'm seeing this as okay, first and foremost, it's a bullish retest of this right here. Okay, all of this resistance finally broke into the upside, retested as support to the downside. Right. in terms of our corrective sequences, I'm seeing this breakout as being a 3-wave move. Is it a 3-wave move? Let's see. Is it a valid 3-wave move? Eesh. It's a tough read. Oh. I see. This was a zigzag, and then this is a flat correction. Okay, so I'm pulling my Fibonacci retracement tool from this area right here. Thereabouts. Okay, and then this is a 786 minimum or flat correction retrace. Obviously, it retraced by more than the 786. Okay, Tron. This is a zigzag. Is this a valid zigzag? That's the question. Yes, it is a valid zigzag, and the reason it is, it's because the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level was hit. Okay, right here. Okay, so this is my 5 waves. This is my, what am I doing? What am I doing? Hold up. I'm not pulling that right. I don't know. No, this can't be a zigzag. Or at least if it is, that I don't have the levels correct, right? My orthodox low is misplaced. Okay, let's just go backwards. I'm seeing this as a contiguous move, a contiguous flat correction, right? 3 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves. Okay, now this is a flat correction of what? Perhaps it's a flat correction of this A wave. Okay, and then everything up here, I think it's a series of consolidation reversals. It's a series of corrective patterns up and to the right. Okay, but just for the purposes of reading this drawdown, I'm seeing it as a counter to this A wave. So 1, 2, 3 waves down to this 3 waves up. Okay, that's how I'm reading that, and that's how I would trade it. Look at the volatility here. Oof, nasty work, nasty work. One. Actually, I'm not gonna take this. Sorry about that. I had to put my phone on sound on just to monitor my trades. I'm seeing this as a flat correction, and this flat correction starts here. And so yeah, you got a 786 retrace almost to the penny right there. Okay, 3 waves up, 3 waves down. Okay, the reaction is strong, and I think the reaction is going directly into impulsive price action. Okay, that's what it looks like to me. So I won't be surprised if, you know, the big wick here continues to the upside after this intra-wave correction is finished. XRP, right? Same idea. There's a big wick, and I do expect that to continue to the upside. I don't think it's coming down much more, okay? Because I think we're now in impulsive price action. I think that also this is my flat correction, and this is my counter. Okay, so it's an A wave and a B wave. Zoom out, you can see that this is indeed a retest of previous resistance flipped into support right there. So everything's very bullish about this, and just for more context, you're at the top of the range of your bear market accumulation. So you're basically consolidating at resistance for an eventual break up and out of this bear market consolidation. Last but not least, never least, Zilliqa, because it's one of my favorites. This, I just had it, is to me a zigzag. It's not the prettiest zigzags, but zigzags sometimes sag, I've seen in my experience. Zigzag sag, meaning this 3-wave move that's countering this 5-wave move tends to sag a little bit below the 618 sometimes. It doesn't invalidate it. If this were purely impulsive, no, not at all. But in a zigzag, in a corrective context, yes, I think that that's okay. Okay, this is also a retest of this massive consolidation, this massive bullish pattern. So that is basically how I'm reading the charts. This is why I'm bullish. This is why I'm still expecting a big move for the rest of the week. We have time. We have all of today, right? The rest of today, rather. We have Thursday, right? And remember, you don't have to wait until 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to get a real move. One of the reasons we say weekends aren't reliable, but nobody says that about evenings on the weekdays, is because the DXY basically trades all hours of the day as a reflection of these, these world reserve currencies that the US dollar is pegged against. So between the hours of probably 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it pauses momentarily. But afterwards, don't be surprised if you get massive moves well into the night. We have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do this. I think we still do it. Okay. Osman says, "Hi Dean, thanks for the stream. When you have a chance, could you please Labs token?" Labs token. All right, let's have a quick look. Labs. Labs. I hate it when the charts are red. I kind of like it because it's a buying opportunity, but I'm sick of buying opportunities. We've had so many buying opportunities. Crypto, right? Labs. Okay, let's look at this real quick. Labs, where did I add it? Did I not just add this? Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, we don't have too much data, but basically this joined the party in the bear market, so it's been drawdown city. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame. This is a bullish retest, right? Because you've come up here, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. I think that's what you're putting in. At the end of the day, I think what you're going to find is you're getting some sort of inverse head and shoulders, perhaps bullish reversal pattern, but I'm seeing this as a simple zigzag. 5 waves up, 3 waves down, right? Just 30,000 foot view. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, when I zoom in, I would be a little more precise and say that this is my zigzag, clearly, but this is a flat correction. This is a 3-wave move. Okay, so I would pull my fibs from here. And then let's identify the orthodox high, which is it here or here? In either case, I think you're coming down to the 786, okay? Around thereabouts. before finding support and going back up. So that's what I'm seeing with Labs token. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Wait, what happened? What happened with... Sorry guys, I'm a little confused. I'm not seeing the comments. In any case, I hope this was useful. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.